All right, we got a full day of eating ahead. We got some big changes to the diet that I kind of mentioned earlier in the video. So I'm gonna take you guys through that. And then we also got an upper body training day. So woke up this morning at 220.6, so a little heavier than I would like, but like I said earlier, we got the GI map figured out, so we'll be rocking and rolling super short. So I'm gonna finish up this walk, drink my L-glutamine, and then we're on to the pre-workout meal. All right, first meal of the day. Got to be a little bit quieter. The wife is asleep. So first meal of the day, we have ground beef and rice, and then we also have 1 apple. For the ground beef and rice, we have 120 grams of ground beef, and then we have 250 grams of white rice. So I've added in the apples to my pre-training meal. They used to be in there before, but then I moved them because of just getting hungry later in the day. So I think with today, I'm going to add those apples back in and then just see if I have a little bit better training session. And then I also have my multivitamins, a zinc supplement, and then I have some digestive enzymes, and then I have a Monster Energy drink. So I'm going to eat this, and the next time you guys are going to see me, I'm going to be at the gym. Okay, so warm-up sets are done, so I'm getting my top set. So I have 255 on the bar. We're shooting for 5 to 6 reps, kind of in that rep range. We have a 3-second eccentric and then a 1-second pause. Last week I hit 225 for 8 for my first set and then 9 for my second. So we're gonna go 5 to 6, and then we're back in that 6 to 8 rep range for that second set. So that first set, 5 to 6, second set's gonna be about that 6 to 8 rep range. So, but here we go. Okay, 5 on the dot, so more than likely going to drop weight for that second set. Probably just strip off the 10, then we'll just go 235. So, all right, so I ended up going 245 instead. We want to be in that 7 to 8 range or 6 to 8 range. So we'll see how this set goes. All right, never had that happen before. RP 1000. All right, we got chest supported row. We have 2 sets, same thing, just like what we did on Smith machine. So we're gonna go 6 to 7, and then 7 to 8. I have 125. 125 last week. I did 115 for I think it was either 7 or it was 8. So with the eccentrics and everything like that, wanted to only bump up a little bit, a little baby bump. So we're gonna go 6 there. I got 1 more left in the tank. So I'll save that for that second set. You know, I kind of talked about it in an earlier video, but the big reason for me wanting to get down to 10% body fat, 1 is because I've never done it. And then just 2, like doing something that's hard, doing something that's difficult, especially with everything going on, I think it's just like the best way to test yourself. Do something uncomfortable, do something hard. But like I said, meals are changing, so you guys are gonna kind of see that today. I'll kind of go over what it was and what it is currently. But like I said, I mean, it's just a low histamine diet, and then no gluten or dairy right now. And then a supplement stack will come in on Saturday or Sunday. So I'll do a whole thing about those once I get those in, so. All right, we're gonna go machine shoulder press. I mentioned this before, I actually hate this machine a ton, but it's just 'cause it's so hard and honestly brutal. So first set we got, I think I got 110 on each side, so we're gonna go 6 to 8. With this machine, man, I just never know how to add or take off weight. So we did 90s for 10 last week. So that's 6 to 8. I want to bump it up a little bit. That way, so that last of 8 to 10, I can go 100. So I'm gonna go 110 on this set, 6 to 8 reps. Let's get it. All right, 8. Super stoked with that. Except for I might have fried me for the 8 to 10, so I'm just gonna drop 10 pounds still. See if I can hit that higher end of the rep range. Quickly say this, just because for the rest of the video I'm just gonna do, I got like 1 or 2 sets of each thing, so I think I'm just gonna fly through that a lot, just kind of show you guys videos. But anything that I can take away from the last 2 months of everything that I've been doing, and obviously I've only been videoing for I think 2 weeks, so, but for the last like month, maybe month and a half, has been get your blood work done, and if you got issues, get your GI map done. And it's expensive, but being able to look at this kind of stuff and then go like, okay, like, hey, I actually have something, I'm actually sensitive to gluten, or I'm actually sensitive to dairy. That way, when you go and you change your diet, or you maneuver your diet, like, you can feel better. So again, this is like not even a full day yet of doing this, and I still need to kind of flush my system out of everything. So, but just kind of like a tip, and something that, at least for me, like, I'm super thankful that I did it. So, and then if you don't know, just work with somebody. I'm not the greatest when it comes to nutrition. I understand the basics of nutrition and things here and there, but working with, a registered dietitian, his name is Dylan Wells, he's been huge in everything that I've done. So kind of getting me in shape, making me feel good, and helping me guide through this whole wacky road of, I don't know what I'm doing. So, but, like I said, 2 biggest things that I would say is, like, get blood work done, check the blood work, and then after the blood work, if you need to get more, look into your GI map. So And then just work with people that you trust and you know, people that have been referred to by the people that you can kind of creditate and kind of look at what they've done. So, but second set, 8 to 10. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we got 2 sets. One set of 7 to 9, and the other set 9 to 11. So 3-second eccentric. I pull down. We got dumbbell lateral raises, 8 to 10. All right, so now this is one of my favorite machines. We got the chest press machine. Last week I did 245 for 13. So we're gonna go 265, try to get in that 8 to 10 rep range. So, and then we just got curls and rear delts, and we're out of here. Come on. Six. Preacher curls, top set here, last set. We're gonna go this is our second set. We got 12 to 15. I just did 70 pounds for 10. And it was immaculate. And so I just dropped down to 50 pounds. Last week I did 35, so, and it was pretty nice. So I'm gonna go 12 to 15, hoping to get that 12 to 13 rep range. 12 to 15, hoping to get in that 12 to 13 rep range. So, but biceps are mutilated right now, so, but the work continues. Hey. Last thing I got is cable rear flies, but I'm not gonna show you guys that. So next time I see you guys is gonna be the post-training meal. Okay, I'm gonna go over my next 3 meals. So right now, post-training, so I'm getting ready. Let me close this. It's an absolute disaster in there. So I'm about to leave for training in about 15-ish minutes. So on the way up, I'm gonna eat. Let me just Let me just stick that there. So on the way up to the gym, I'm gonna have a protein shake because I got to get kind of stuff ready before I leave for my session. So, but I'm gonna have a protein shake. Sorry, I'm gonna have a protein shake, and I'm gonna go with 200 grams of grapes that are underneath, and I'm gonna go 150 grams of raspberries. So I'm gonna do that, and then I drink Mutopia milk. This is pretty much just fat-free Fairlife. This is the HEB brand. So I'm gonna drink a cup of that, eat the blueberry or raspberries and grapes, and then I'm also gonna have a scoop of Jack Factory ISO Authentic whey protein. So I do that. I do whey isolate because it's just easier on my gut. Obviously, that's what the issues that I've been having. So I'm gonna do all of that. So that is gonna be my post-training meal. And then around 12:30-ish, I am going to do 200 grams of blueberries. And so I'll just literally eat that with a spoon. And then I'll do another scoop of Jack Factory whey protein. And then around 3 o'clock, my last session of the day, 2 to 3 o'clock, kind of depends. I am going to do, can't really see it. We got veggies, which is just lettuce. And then we got 120 grams of white rice. And then, like I said, we also have about 120 grams of cooked vegetables. So I have all of that. And then I also have 10 grams of olive oil. So I will be consuming all of that as I go. I might add a little bit of mustard to my ground beef meal, to be honest with you, but I think I'm trying to stay away from a lot of that. So I salted everything on this you see here is salted. So yeah. So I will put the macros for every meal. I probably should have mentioned this earlier. So I'm gonna put the macros for every meal kind of down in there. So like for meal 2, 3, 4, and then 5, I think 5 meals, maybe a 6th meal. But regardless, I'm gonna put all the macros down for my 5 meals for the day. Have all of that in there, and then anything else. So right now I'm going to get stuff ready, get stuff going. I got my session. I might do a couple clips from my session today. Might kind of show you guys a couple of my groups that I have. I got an NFL guy, 2 NFL guys today. So I might show you kind of a snippet into their training and kind of what we're doing with those guys. Nothing crazy. Don't make that super long. And then, yeah, if I got some time in between sessions, I might kind of blabber for a little bit, but I guess I'll see you. If not, I'll see you. Last meal of the day is about 6 o'clock. So I normally try to go to bed. I kind of get in bed about 9-ish. So last meal's pretty bland. But we got 120 grams of chicken, about 50 grams of lettuce, and then 10 grams of olive oil, followed by 200 grams of blueberries. So this takes the total calories for the day to 2,378, give or take 200 grams of protein, 27 grams of fiber, 256 grams of carbs, and then 61 grams of fat. So this is a training day. Everything right now is pretty low when it comes to calories, just because of everything that's happening with my gut. We kind of want to keep it pretty light for the first maybe week, 2 weeks, and then really the 4 weeks, and then we kind of will progress as we kind of get some stuff fleshed out. So pretty low in calories, really, and food volume for the most part. I'll probably start adding in a little bit more lettuce to my meals, just to kind of give it a little bit of some volume and different things like that. But definitely going to be needing some caffeine to get through a lot of that. So that is a training day. Tomorrow is going to be an off day for me, and then we get back to it on Saturday and Sunday. So, but yeah, that is a full day of eating and a full day of training for me currently right now on the road to get to 10% body fat. So if you guys have any questions, please comment down below. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel, anything you guys can do to kind of help grow kind of what I got going on here. So I'm excited to continue to build off of this, but this is really the first full day of eating that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna eat this meal, drink myself a Diet Dr. Pepper, and then watch some World Cup soccer and finish editing. And I will see you guys in the next video.